Currently, the 21 APEC member economies are facing challenges on many fronts. COVID-19, geopolitical tensions, the Russia-Ukraine war, trade wars, and climate change, which are having dramatic effects on people's livelihoods. The impacts of the pandemic and the war have led to disruption of global food supply chains, livelihoods, incomes, and food prices, which are being felt by the APEC economies. At a seminar on APEC food security organized by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, KMITL, and Thai PBS, representatives from various sectors share their concerns regarding food security.
Yes, well, last year,
New Zealand's ambassador, the previous host economy, spoke about the hardships felt last year because of the pandemic and emphasized that it is a pertinent issue that the leaders have to address this year.
This year, in Thailand's year of hosting, it's coping with the consequences of COVID and the consequences of the Russia-Ukraine war. Food prices have gone through the roof. Consumers cannot afford to buy the food that they previously could buy. That is an issue that all of the APEC economies are facing and we must all address.
Another aspect that we also talk about.
Thailand, the host economy of APEC this year, has drawn up a framework on food security with an aim to produce substantive outcomes.
Actually, one of the projects, COVID-19 most recently has shown us all the imbalance that is going on in the production process, not just in the agricultural food production system, but also in the way we do business. And it's also shown us the need for a whole society approach on how we need to address this issue. So the issue of sustainability and balance is key to our conversation. How do we ensure that we conserve our natural resources and also preserve the biodiversity of our environment? How do we ensure that we address the issue of sustainable waste management so we head towards zero waste?
The issue of food security is apparent and may be attracting more attention from the media. But the question is how to maintain the world's attention in the long term.
The short term, of course, is how this multilateral grouping, APEC, will react to sort of the current crises, right? The wars, the weather disruption, trade disruption, and how that affecting food security, food prices, and also the logistic behind food in general. Then you have the medium term. When you look at the 2030 goals, you're talking about public-private partnership. You're talking about greater inclusivity. How are these things are integrated? I think the media will be very interested in how these things are being integrated, how the food system in this region will change to meet the challenges and the goal set by 2030. And of course, the long term, the perennial question for all of us is climate change, right? How will APEC, with all its intention, with the current geopolitical setting, how will the leaders kind of shape the long-term sort of goal and how they'll shape long-term policy to cope with the climate change that we're seeing.
The APEC Summit 2022 will be held in Bangkok in the third week of November. It remains to be seen how the leaders will show their commitment to food security via the document on the Bangkok Goals, which is poised to guide the region to sustainable economic recovery in the post-COVID-19 era. Natha Gomonwadin reporting for Thai PBS World.